Hi, this is Brian Begley with enCloud9. Today we're going to do a short video on how to add a choice field to a record in Dynamics. There's a lot of reasons you might want to use a choice field, but generally you use a choice field whenever you want to have your CRM users fill in a field, but you want to limit what they can choose to enter in the field. Therefore, you give them a choice of predetermined values. So let's get started. I want to add a field to my account record that will be the time zone that this account is located in. So we're going to start by creating a new field in the account table with all the US time zones. So first thing I do is I switch over to make.powerapps.com. And before we get started, let's make sure that you realize to make these changes, you need to have a system administrator or system customizer role in Dynamics 365 or the Dataverse. So I'm going to first open up my account table from the list of tables, and I'm going to go to the columns section of the schema. I click on columns. I'm going to give it a name, in this case, time zone. I'm going to choose the data type, and in this case, it's a choice field. And then I need to create the choice listing, and I'm going to select to create a new choice, Eastern Time, Central Time, Mountain Time, or Pacific Time. I have to give this choice a name. We're going to call it time zones, and then we're going to save our choice list. Okay, perfect. Now we're back at where we're creating our column called time zone. We have to now put that list name that we just created here in the sync this choice with field. We're going to choose it from the list when it pops up, and we can set a default choice. So for example, if we know that the majority of our customers are in a specific time zone, we could set a default time zone. We're not going to do that, however, in this case. I'm going to click save. Now we're going to go back to our account table, and we want to add this field that we created to a form. So I click forms, I open up the account form, and I search on the left-hand navigation for the field we just created. So I'm going to search for the word time zone. There it is. I am going to drop it into our form underneath the website, and I'm going to save these changes. Okay, I've saved my changes. Now I'm going to take one step back again to the account views, because I also want to add this to the My Active Accounts view. I switch to views. I open up the view called My Active Accounts. Once again, on my left-hand navigation, I'm going to search for the time zone field. I'm going to open that up. I'm going to drop it on my view, and now I'm going to click Save and Publish. Let's go back now to our CRM environment. I'm going to do a hard refresh, and by that I'm going to hit Control and then the Reload button in our browser. You could also hit Control F5. When the form reloads, you should see that we now have a time zone here in our columns. I'm going to open up IMI Industries. I'm going to select a time zone here and save and close. And I now have a record with a time zone. We hope you've learned something. At enCloud9, we're always ready to help Dynamics 365 and Power Apps users to get the most out of their applications they've created. Reach out to us at the information down below if we can help you with anything. Thank you very much.